grandstanded bleacher areas so we can get everyone out and begin with our afternoon program. You will be readmitted immediately as we get everyone out of the areas. Our tentative schedule for this afternoon is right after noon, about 12:10. We will have ride with
toward the back.
We're still waiting for a few people to leave the grandstand bleach areas, and then we can get going, readmitting everyone.
I haven't seen him yet before we're out, but I'll keep in mind.
Charlotte race. We'll continue with the pre-race festivities all the way going down to the start of the National Short Track Championships at 200 at 2 o'clock. Let me remind you before you go in today, pick up your copy of the Lucky Number program, which does have an 18-page insert on the National Short Track Championships. We'll very shortly have a lineup sheet in it and photos from last night, and a story that covers the events of the last 2 days.
Please wear mine and I'm wearing yours.
Come on in and enjoy.
I'll show my board. Now they
Don't forget, as you go in and pick up your copy, National Short Track Special Edition Lucky Number program. Pavilion to be interviewed, so you can go down there and take a look. Unfortunately, due to Winnebago County laws, the beer does not open until 12:30. To pick up your copy of the National Short Track Championship Special Program magazine, which has these championships, that is available on the main concourse as you come in the gate. It will be very shortly available at the bleacher concession.
Okay, now you can dump it. I know you don't want it to burn.
Are all in place. Our friends from the ARTCO safety crew are all out there. We have our ambulances at both ends, so now all we have to do is watch them get ready, and they're telling number 63, get up there and get in line. Get up there and get in line and line them up, because we're going to do it. 05, Louis Roon back there in the blue and white 05 car. Louis is a pretty good hard runner, so it's just a matter of watching them and see which way they go. Here they come. If you'd like an ice cold beer, just yell out loud and clear, beer here. Watch, watch, no, no, no. One more lap. One more lap. One more lap we're going to get. If they can get it lined up. Everybody's anxious. They want to jump the gun some. Here they come. Will we get a green flag this time? Will we get a green flag this time? Will we got a green flag? That was Keith Selvog in car number 28 and the number 73 car getting into it out there. Had a little tangle, had a little rip. They got apart. I don't believe they're hurt. Tim Sandretti drives car number 73. Timmy from Iron Ridge, Wisconsin. Tim Sandretti in the 73 car. He's going to the pit area. Tim took it down. Keith Selvog will fall in at the back of the pack. I hope you all have a copy of that Rockford Speedway News Lucky Number program, because we're going to be giving away some great prizes today, and you can't win without a program, so get your copy now. Inside you will find a supplement with a lineup of the first 22 cars that qualified, and those 22 cars that qualified for this race this afternoon are all lined up for you, so all you have to do is fill in the final 6. Here they come, down the backside. Your leader car, number 63. Larry Hicks, and the green is out. Keith Selvog looped her out again. It was Keith Selvog looping it out again. Keith, of course, has so far kept his record clean by having a loop out or an accident in every race he's raced this weekend, including the Rockford Rules race earlier in the day. Keith will fall back in at the back of the pack again, and we'll try him one more time. Here they come. Selvog must fall in at the back again. He was pushing kind of hard, trying to make up some time, and a little room, and Green's out again. Somebody's throwing. 63 is dropping water or oil all over the racetrack out there. That's why the yellow came out. Something is coming out of one of those cars, and I guess we're going to have to check it out and see which one it is. They think at this moment that it's the 63 car. It may not be. So let's just wait before we jump to any conclusions and see which one it is. It's car number 63 they want to look at. He's your leader, Larry Hicks. Larry Hicks, your leader car, apparently losing some kind of liquid out there. And they're going to want to make sure that he does not lay anything down on that racetrack that's detrimental to racing and might cause the rest of the cars to go out. So we're going to bring him down in and see what's happening here. All right, 63, Larry Hicks comes over. They're going to take a look at him. Going to look underneath and explain to him what's happening. And at the same time, of course, I'll tell you this much. Larry Hicks is not going to be happy because nobody likes to leave when they're leading a race. They're looking underneath now. Apparently, it's water that's coming out, an overflow on the radiator that's causing the problem. I guess we just have to wait and see what the official judgment is on it. They've looked underneath. They've checked both. Now they're going to check the backside and see if it's gasoline that might be coming out. Apparently there's no oil and no radiator fluid. So we'll just have to wait for the official commitment as to what is going on. That gives me time once again to remind you about all the good things we have here. Don't forget the good super supply of souvenirs available to you over in the souvenir stand. because over there we have all the things that make racing what it is. And if you like to add trophies to your racing room, a flag or anything else, you can find it all at the souvenir stand just down here on the main concourse. I want to take a check on that before the afternoon's over. And if you find that the sun's getting a little bit warm on the top of your head, lots of hats for sale down there today. Pick up yourself a hat. Apparently, whatever they found or whatever they saw wasn't enough to put 63 out of the race, so he's back in it. Car number 63 will still be your leader car. That's Larry Hicks with 114 running second. And the number 3 car being car number 25, Mel Whalen. Mel is out of Shakopee, Minnesota. And last night he was leading a race. Looked like he had 1-1. And all of a sudden, problems developed. He's worked all night on that car trying to get it ready so that he can get back into the big race today. And he has one more opportunity. Here we come. Green's out.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, there's your winner, Larry Hicks from Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Earlier in the race, Larry looked like he had some problem. They were talking about maybe moisture, water, oil, or something coming out from underneath the car. But he held it together, stayed in there, pushed hard, and took it all the way to the checker flag. When all the pace cars get on the ramp, ready to pull on the track. All the pace cars on the ramp, ready to pull on the track. It's named after Skip Chick. They've got a sign over there that says you are now entering Skippyville, Skip Chick Mayor, and they all have titles. There's a Playboy and a Playgirl and a Town Councilor, and you can probably see them better down there. Fire Chief, we see him, and Linda Chick, Skip Chick's wife, has a shirt on it that says Skip's Chick. And this is a group that's here at almost all of the short tracks. They have a great, great time. We even managed to get them out and into the stands for the 200 at the end of the weekend sometimes. I imagine there's still some over there in the motorhomes, but they do have a wonderful time. And I understand, Skip, that you've got some kind of a presentation to make, and I wonder if we can turn this over. Is Tom Deary down there, or Bill? Have you got enough lung left to take this down there? Go ahead.
I'm going to hold it right here and hope like heck I got enough left. Skip Chick. Skip, come over here. Tell us about this, will you? Because Hugh doesn't understand, doesn't even know it's happening.
You don't understand this. Well, we've been coming up here, this is about our 10th year, and we got a village this year. We've got 50-some residents back here. There's a lot of us been here since last Sunday, and we'll be here through tomorrow. But I got something over here I want to present to Hugh. It's a little homemade thing. We didn't know it was prepared, but that's the key to the city of Skippyville, and our village back there, from all the residents of Skippyville. And thank you for letting us be here. We've had a good time. Thanks for your cooperation.
The thing you have to remember is, those of you who aren't from here, boy, that sounds good, doesn't it? Wow. They've had some problems with electricity and zoning and other things. They were going to run them out here 2 nights ago. So, the mayor of Skippyville. Say that again, Hugh.
There's a step here for the old and fat ones like myself.
Yeah. I got a friend down here. Like to talk to for a second. You want to tell everybody who you are?
I'm Dave Decker from Elmhurst.
And Dave, you've been a big time driver for how long?
I never have been a big time driver. I came out here in '64 and raced a short track car in '64. And then when Hugh went into trying to run mini stocks, I came out and helped him set that up with my mini stock. I was a world champion mini stock car owner and driver for 3 years.
That's right. Those of us who've been here for about 47 years remember when the mini stocks ran. And how did you like them? Why didn't they go as big as we thought they were going to go?
I'm not really sure. I think there was a lot of problems with rules, and there wasn't a national association, which is what I feel they really needed.
So what are you doing now?
We've been running a USAC stock car. I did run some NASCAR, and we've had a USAC car since '73.
Yesterday, Dave Watson said racing was racing. Do you agree with that?
Oh, for sure. It's all kinds of racing, and it's all super, and it takes the kind of promoter that you all have here by the name of Hugh Deary that makes it special.
But without those folks right there, there ain't no racing, right?
Oh, that's for sure. But without promoters like Hugh Deary to draw these nice folks here, it's just impossible.
Dave, thanks a bunch. Glad to see you again. We're getting ready, ladies and gentlemen, to have the parade.
I'm going to take this from down there. Go ahead.
Yeah, Jan, a lot of people are here that weren't here on Friday and Saturday. How about saying a few words to them, please?
You bet. Well, I just want to tell you, I'm sure tickled to be here, and it's just a great show you guys have here, and you're great fans. I love you all, and we're going to have a good show today, and just stand on the pedal for these guys. Help them out a little bit. And I hope I come back a lot. This is good folks, good place.
You
kind of laid off a little bit the last year. You going to get back in it heavy next year?
I think so. Them kids of mine keep eating while their dad works out, so I'll get back to work soon.
I think we can all identify with that, Jan. Thank you very much for coming here.
1950s, I think around 1951 when we announced a couple of races up at Waukegan Speedway. Gordy Sill, the promoter of Waukegan Speedway, sitting on this side of the car, the ex-promoter, I guess we should describe him now, but he had some great years there at Waukegan. He went out in style. The track property sold as a shopping center, I understand. Rockford Speedway pace car with John Deary Jr. behind the wheel, nephew of our good friend Mr. Hugh Deary. Kenosha County Speedway, Ray Toft and Toft Auto Racing visiting us here with their van. And next, one that very few of you, I think, are going to miss, and this is next weekend, and we're going to try and make it back from Pennsylvania in time for this one, the Oktoberfest 200 at Larry Ware's La Crosse International Speedway, Bangor, Wisconsin. Well, Bangor, that's where the Chevrolet agency is, but West Salem, Wisconsin is where the track is, very near La Crosse. We know that many of you have been to what is possibly the greatest beer drinking festival in the United States, the Oktoberfest. A lot of that beer drinking takes place right out there at the racetrack on next Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we hope to see a good many of you up there. Larry Wares and his right-hand man, Dick Anderson, both with us at the National Short Track this afternoon. All right, here's Dick Hazelton, resident right here in the Rockford area, Midwest Race Fans Association, the gentleman who puts together those fine trips to Daytona and the other major races, trips, and was one of the trophy presenters for the Daytona 500 last year. I'm sorry, the Daytona 50, I think, is what I meant to say last night. And this could only be one person, ladies and gentlemen, who arrives in a car like that. No, not Jimmy Carter, not King Hussein. And we've got to introduce this gentleman to you so you can see how beautiful he is. He's going to find the right door. That thing's got so many doors on it you get confused. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Sam Bartas from Capitol Speedway in Madison, Wisconsin. Beautiful as always in his Hart Schaffner and Sam jacket. Sam is not a hard guy to spot around a racetrack, I want to tell you that. He's a collector of those cars, incidentally. He's got a whole bunch of those limousines up there. All right, this is Ralph Jacobson from Golden Sand Speedway. Had a good year up there in his first year as promoter. Also, Ralph Jacobson's race trips. They've got a table right down here behind the grandstands. If you haven't signed up yet for the Charlotte and Daytona trips that Ralph is promoting, you want to stop down there and see him sometime. Ralph, nice to have you with us at the 14th annual. And ladies and gentlemen, the official cars, the emergency crews, the track cleanup crews, and the wrecker crews from Rockford Speedway, all of them hard workers, and they're going to be put to the task this afternoon. We know they're going to come through as they always do. So let's have a nice big round of applause for all of these people who work so hard to keep the races moving and keep things operating smoothly for you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a special award for Johnny Shipman, the USAC starter. Dwayne Sweeney, I'm sorry, by golly, that's, he says that's the ultimate That's the ultimate insult. This is Dwayne Sweeney, and what Hugh Deary has for him is a pair of checkered socks to match his checkered flag. Now, there's a reason for this. When he flags the USAC races at Milwaukee, he's up on a stand about 10 feet in the air. All the people in the grandstand are looking direct at his raggedy old socks. And Hugh Deary finally decided that no self-respecting starter should wear socks like that. So this afternoon, Dwayne Sweeney is getting a beautiful pair of checkered socks to wear at Milwaukee from Hugh Deary. And congratulations, Dwayne, and we're sorry about the misidentification there. Okay, AAA rental sales providing the equipment for the Pitmobile. That's the one that makes the trips through the pits, and we know that many of you had an opportunity to get in on that today and get a closer look at some of the race cars. Smith Oil, petroleum products providing the fuel for the race cars in this 14th annual short track weekend. And it wouldn't be a short track weekend without George Kai, who has given us all some anxious moments with his dives in and out of the pits during the 200-lap race. We know you all remember that, and George has been here, I guess, since year one with Wrecker Service. Frank Parks and his safety crew do a great job. They're in the Ford pickup down there. Okay, Willie Peak and Peak's Auto Sales in the background, they're the backwards. Okay, Stan Burdick, of course, you all know who that is, and here come the Frisbees, and in the back of the truck, none other than Dick Trickle and Tom Ruffner. Here's your chance to get a Frisbee that was thrown personally by Tom Ruffner and Dick Trickle, and of course what it says on the side of the truck, that's what we don't want you to forget. Super America, the sponsors of the Knights of Super America, the White Knight Dick Trickle, and the Blue Knight Tom Ruffner. We're going to have those guys one of their driving arms all worn out here before the race ever starts. There's some gifts for you from Super America, personally thrown by their ace chauffeurs, Tom Ruffner and Dick Trickle. All right, our thanks to Super America and to Tom Ruffner and Dick Trickle. Are going to have themselves totally worn out before they ever get in the race car this afternoon. Ruffner's got a pretty good arm. I don't know about Trickle. He isn't getting them up there very far. Coming up over in the south side now. They got lots of them left, so everybody get ready over on the south side. All right, the Super America folks coming up over on the backside.
Will judge the audience applause. Now I'd like to impress upon you now
that this is a best appearing car contest, not a popularity contest. Take a good look at them. Those that you find are the best appearing, have best detail, attractive paintwork, etc. We would like you to be the judges for us. These 5 judges down here will judge your applause, the noise of your...
Take your seats, everybody in your seats. Go.
the noise of your applause for the individual cars. We'll wait for Dick Trickle and crew to the Super America Racing team passing out the Frisbees as they've done for years and past here. As they leave the track, we'll be ready to begin our contest. Stu? Stu, you want to carry this away?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Tom Deary has explained to you how these cars were selected out of all those in the pits, and I think they're excellent choices. And now we're going to ask Bill Powell. We got to keep him working this afternoon. We're going to ask him if he will wave the flag over each of these cars. Now remember, as Tom explained, this is not a popularity contest. Please don't vote for the driver, even if you're his #1 fan, but vote for what you think about the appearance of the car, its detailing, its lettering, all of the things that go into making a beautiful race car. And these are some excellent examples. So let's begin now. We'll ask you now to applaud for one car only until we get into the eliminations. Applaud for one car only. Let's start with the car of Len Reimer, car number 00. Car number 00. All right, next in line, the Baker engine Camaro of the young man from Batesville, Arkansas, and North Liberty, Indiana. Ladies and gentlemen, the Mark Martin #2 car. Now, in judging this next car, we have to point out one thing to you. They've stuck a #1 on there with tape, which kind of detracts from the look of the car, but please pretend that isn't there. This is the car of Bob Strait of Flossmoor, Illinois, the Bob Strait car. All right, the next car in the line, a very familiar one to you here at Rockford Speedway, a guy that's been around for a long time and always has beautiful equipment. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 36 car of Joe Shear. And finally, another real old standby here at Rockford Speedway, returning with his very pretty Amsoil car for this 14th annual National Short Track, the number 37 car of Dave Watson. All right, some very, very close voting there, I would guess. We're going to leave it up to our judges down there, and we'll be on the phone here to find out what their decision is. We may have to, I'm sure we're going to have an applaud off here. All right, understand that, are we going to have an applaud off, Bill, or is that the winner? All right, we're going to have an applaud off now, and Bill is going to go to the cars and wave the flags over the cars that got the highest applause, and we're going to start eliminating them now and getting them down to the finalists. So, Bill, if you'll go to the cars, we'll do it one more time here. I assume that's what we're doing here. Let me see if I can get somebody on the phone. All right, hold on a minute. All right, now we see what they're doing. They're down to 3 cars, and we're going to ask you to take your pick. Now, if you were applauding for Mark Martin's number 2 or Bob Straight's number 88, you've got to pick one of these other cars to applaud for now. And again, we'll ask you to, to applaud for only one, and make your feelings known. Make a lot of noise. You folks over on the south side, you're in on this too now, so you got to be extra loud so we can hear you all the way over here. Our judges are ready and waiting. We're going to close them up a little bit here now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the playoff. And once again, for the number 00 car of Len Reimer, the 00. All right, ladies and gentlemen, second go around for the number 36 car of Joe Shear. And finally, for the number 37 car of Dave Watson. Well, I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to be one of the judges. That sounded very, very close on a couple of them, and now we're going to see what happens here. Let's see. All right, it's between the Reimer and the, wait a minute now. Between the Reimer car and the 37 car. All right, let's do it again. This is the final. Now remember, if you were cheering for Shear, you got to pick one of the others now to give your applause to, and make it loud this time and make them hear it down there. Now for the 00 car of Len Reimer, the Reimer car. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 37 car of Dave Watson. Our judges getting their heads together. Tough decision. That's some of the closest applause we can recall hearing in one of these. They'll have their decision in a moment. And the winner, ladies and gentlemen, is the Dave Watson number 37 car. Congratulations to Dave Watson, the Amsoil crew. They've kept that car in beautiful condition all season long. We've seen it in a couple of other races earlier this year up at the Minnesota State Fair, and it always looks gorgeous. And our congratulations to runner-up car number 00, the Len Reimer car, a beautiful machine, and also to the Joe Shear, number 36.
Dawn's early light, what so proudly we've hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perils of flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. And there go the balloons, ladies and gentlemen, as is the tradition here at the Rockford Speedway for the National Short Track Championship. Those balloons will float, and they have various prizes in them. The first one from the farthest away that sends one back will be awarded a very nice prize from the Rockford Speedway. Looks like our friends and the prizes that'll be going with them from the Rockford Speedway. Looks like our friends up Minnesota and Wisconsin are going to have all the good luck this year. All right. Now then, you ready to meet the drivers? All right. Come on out, gentlemen. And I use that word selectively. Here's the guy that'll be driving the number 1 car, Eddie Hoffman. Would you all sit down, please, so that everybody can see? Please and thank you, everyone. Thank you, Eddie. Good luck today. Ladies and gentlemen, Bob Strait. Bobby Strait. Good luck, Bob.
Thank you.
Anybody, come on up. I got to read your name.
Bobby Gunn.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Bobby Gunn. Bobby Gunn. Here's a fellow who's been around a couple of tracks. Ray Young, everybody. Come on, come on, don't hold back, don't be bashful. And we all know this guy, David Watson.
Boy, the best thing about having you move to Arkansas, at least your voice ain't tough enough to go 3 days on these 4 people.
Come on up. This is the guy who once read me out for calling him the Devil Man. Everybody, Devil Man Dave Evans.
Thanks a lot.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is Jim Blount, Jimmy Blount. The Ice Cream Man, Lenny Reimer. Lenny, good luck today. Here's a fellow who's had a couple of hard lucks, and he's in the race anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Larry Hicks. Good going, Larry. The sportsman and a good guy, Johnny Spear, everybody. From Guilford High School, Johnny Knaus. A guy that's almost as old as I am, Richie Bickle, everybody. Rich Bickle.
I didn't know anybody got that old.
Here's a fellow we mispronounced his name all night last night. Let's get it right this time.
Pat Shower.
Pat Shower, everybody. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Mike Barless. Mike Barless, everybody. Here's another second-generation driver. How about a welcome for Bobby Donner, everybody? Bobby Donner. Very famous name, but not in racing, but nonetheless making one on his own. Johnny McPartland, everyone. Brought his whole family with him today. Here's another fellow that worked hard to get into the race. How about a big hand for Kenny Lund? Good luck. When you look for the 17 car, he'll have his shirt on. This is Fran Preste, everybody. Fran Preste. Ladies and gentlemen, a man who's waiting for the Pope, Frank Galinsky. Here's a fellow from Minnesota, Mel Wallen. Mel Wallen. Here's a guy who used to be from Minnesota, New Prairie, now from Wisconsin Rapids. Did I remember?
Let's see.
Mike Miller, everybody. Who wants? One of you guys that's hanging back, come on up. I don't care. Which one wants to come up? Bart, come on up. Now, Bart, you sit down. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Bart Reimer. Ryman. That's close.
Close enough.
Thank you, man. Here's a guy who needs no introduction. Tom Ruffner, everybody. Another newcomer here to me anyway, Stan Kowicki, everybody. Stan Kowicki. Alan Kowicki. Why did I say Stan? All right, it's your turn, Trickle. Come on up. He's last. Ladies and gentlemen, they won't come forward, so we'll just let you see them right where they are right now. on your right, from Batesville, Arkansas, and South Bend, Indiana, Mark Martin. Good luck, Mark. Thank you.
Thanks.
And last and almost least, perhaps the biggest hot dog in short track racing, at least a guy who loves the publicity more than anybody I ever met. A big welcome, if you would, for Mr. Dick Trickall. Good luck, Dick.
Thank you.